Love them or hate them, Manchester United are one of the most storied clubs in the history of football. Whether it's the tragedy of the Busby Babes who perished in 1958, or the many historic cup wins with Alex Ferguson. So I spent the last week of my life studying the history and culture of Manchester United. Here's how it went. First, I searched Google Scholar to find some academic sources to bolster my research. One article detailed the importance of the FA Cup final of 1977. And yes, I did this research on the clock, but I was in between shift duties, so what else was I supposed to do? Liverpool FC Manchester United rivalry, sometimes referred to as the Northwest Derby, is a high-profile intercity rivalry between English professional football clubs Liverpool and Manchester United. Both clubs have won 67 trophies apiece. When I started doing the research for this video about Manchester United, I did not expect Liverpool to come up. I expected City because I knew about the Manchester Derby. I did not expect Liverpool to come up as maybe one of the fiercest rivals that United have. So I invited a subscriber on to a video call to chat about the rivalry between Liverpool and Manchester United. This was a fantastic interview and loads of fun, so you can check the link in the description to watch the entire interview.
We just despise losing to Liverpool. To this day, I still can't. I can't handle it. If we lose to Liverpool, I usually take about a day off work. I disappear from social avenues. It's just too much. It actually goes back to the two cities. Liverpool had a port first, and then United built a port, and then we stole, obviously, commercial wealth and avenue for revenue from them. So there's an historical element that the rivalry is rooted in commerce and industrial revolution, and so those two cities learn to have that kind of abrasion against each other, and then that filtrated into football. So that Liverpool thing is a very kind of a real thing that's rooted in maybe a century of that social conflict.
I think they've got problems. I wouldn't say they've got major problems. Obviously, 3 players have departed. The trick is always buy when you're strong. So he needs to buy players. You can't win anything with kids. You look at that.
I'm sure the former Liverpool star regrets those words. Those weren't just any kids. My friend Roberto Taylor became a United fan around the time that this happened. So I met him at the gym for a football training session and to get his insight on the kids who played for Ferguson.
Manchester United, one of the greatest clubs in the world. For me, I grew to love Manchester United. That was the first game I watched.
Okay.
I remember, in Jamaica, it was the only team. Well, that pool team. They would show on the TV as well. But I remember Beckham scored like a free kick, like just right in front of the half line.
From like a mile away?
Yes. And I was like, man. Let me watch this team a little bit more. So I've been watching Manchester United about more than 2 decades, right?
Yeah.
So to watch guys like York and Beckham and Giggs and Scholes, those guys were foundational. They said kids can't win anything, right? Sir Alex proved them wrong.
And I became a fan as a kid, just at the time when Sir Alex in '91, where he basically saved his job by winning the FA Cup. Now, there's a story for you, what could have been. If Sir Alex didn't win the FA Cup, in the early 90s, then there wouldn't have been no 92 Premier League winners, and then there wouldn't have been a dynasty, Liverpool may have gone on to continue dominating, and Arsenal coming to United could have been, saying we haven't won the Premier League since the late 60s.
After a week of studying United's history, I wanted to get some perspective on where United are right now. So I hopped on a video call with another subscriber, and here's what he had to say.
I'm optimistic about United, mostly because they're playing a really attractive brand of football right now, and Solskjaer didn't change much. Erik ten Hag didn't really change that much last season either. He brought in discipline and made some really tough decisions. But I think moving forward, we'll see more of the brand that Erik ten Hag played in his Ajax side. Also moving forward, I think we're going to be playing with a lot more risk, especially with these new signings in David Onana. He's going to play higher up the pitch. He's not a safe goalkeeper that stands on his line.
Not in the least.
Not in the least, no. Need some time to adjust. Maybe we might even play slower this first year, so I'll remain patient and see us slow cook. We're not cooking burgers here. We're
right.
This is cured ham and cheese and wine.
In all my interviews, the answer was always the same. We're just trusting the process, hoping to regain our former glory. And let's be honest, what a glory it was.